there's a difference between unfettered free speech. We've seen free speech absolutists like Elon Musk and what X has become, and that's a version of free speech. But I'm trying to understand what your definition is.
So I guess what I'm saying is our principles. The way to answer your original question is it starts with the principles. We try to hold true to this tenet of free speech. So that is core to how we do it. And so then the question is, well, how do you then write a set of community guidelines that reflect it to the best of our ability? And then the third part of it is to do our best to live up to what we actually published. And then we are going to get criticized on either sides of it because people are not everyone is going to be happy about where that line is drawn. But
I guess I'm trying to understand where the line is drawn. Because, I mean, let's take, a couple of examples. If you think about Candace Owens, she has 5 million followers on your platform and growing. And right now she has a multi-part series on conspiracy theories around Erica Kirk, the widow of Charlie Kirk. She's also talked frequently about Brigitte Macron, the First Lady of France, being a man. There has been anti-Semitic content in the past. So explain to me how she's not violating YouTube's community guidelines.
I'd have to look at a very specific video there. So it's hard to answer that question in sort of a generalized sense. But I can speak in terms of the broad principles that in general, we try to allow for as the broadest spectrum of speech as possible. Sometimes it might be speech that people disagree with. You're describing one example. There's probably millions and millions of videos on YouTube that I disagree with, that you might disagree with, but don't have grounds for us to take down on the platform.
I don't know if it's disagreement. It's just a question of the fundamental questions, right? Or what are facts? What is truth? What is fair? And what is the responsibility of a platform like YouTube to elevate those things and not things that are unfair, untrue, and possibly damaging.
Yeah. We are an open platform, Lulu. Each one of the channels on our platform, the New York Times channel, the Interview channel, you have the editorial standards that you live by, but we've had community guidelines on our platform since the day YouTube started. And living up to that responsibility is a big part of what happens around here, literally every single day.